Hello everyone, it's Lel, and in this video we're going to check out episode summaries and titles from April for wonderful PreCure. NYAMMY's month, and it seems that things are going to be super interesting about NYAMMY slash Nekoyashiki Yuki. I am super hyped, super excited. And so before we go on, with the episode titles from April, we now have the last episode from April, the last title from April, and the first from May. We can already affirm there's not going to be Kira Lillian in April. In May, we don't know, but she's not going to arrive in the first episode of May. So, before we go on to the summaries, let's read the titles that we already have. Episode 11 that we've already seen is called A Giant Creature Hiding in the Mountains. And episode 12 is going to be called I'm NYAMMY. And now we have the titles for episodes 13 and 14. Episode 13 is called Search for NYAMMY, and episode 14 is going to be called Mayu's First Sleepover. Very cool, right? Let's check out the summaries. We have summaries for episodes 11 and 12. So for episode 11, that is called A Giant Creature Hiding in the Mountains. In this episode, the girls at school are going to hear a rumor about a giant creature appearing in the mountains. So they decide, it's very funny because they are actually doing something related to PreCure. Thank you, Iroha and Komugi. Is Satoru going to be involved in this? Probably. He's probably going to be like, okay, girls, let's move on. Let's do it. So they decide to climb Mountain Miharu to investigate. And when they do, they find crushed eggshells from a garu-garu at the top of the mountain. So they will probably discover that those eggs are there, which is not something like super new. We already know, but we might have a glimpse of something more concerning the villains from Wonderful PreCure in this episode, right? Who knows? And now, checking out the summary for episode 12, which is NYAMMY's episode, even though she is not really mentioned in the summary much. So it's very funny. In this episode, we are going to learn that Mayu is going to enter the embroidery club at school. And Mayu will be in her room doing embroidery. And she will notice that Yuki is not there. Yuki girl, where are you? Being afraid that Yuki might have gone far, she will ask for Iroha's help, and Iroha and Mayu will set up a camera to see what Yuki is up to. Big brother, wonderful PreCure. Oh my god. So Yuki is gonna disappear, and my guess, because we don't see this in the summary, my guess is that Yuki will disappear, and when she returns, she will already be NYAMMY. The girls won't know that NYAMMY is Yuki, but she will appear as NYAMMY, and people will be like, what? Who is she? Who is this beautiful lady with this silver hair? What's going on here? A mysterious new PreCure appears, and she will say, I'm NYAMMY, yeah? And then she will hug the monster. I feel like this is going to be mysterious. Because looking at the other episode titles, in episode 13, we're going to have Find NYAMMY or Search for NYAMMY as the episode title. And this means that the girls are going to be probably, girls and Satoru maybe, are going to be like, oh my god, who is this cure? Who is this person? What is going on? Let's search for her. Let's see if we can find who NYAMMY is, that she can join us, that she can join the wonderful PreCure team. I feel like there's so much that they can do with this storyline. I am so excited. And Yuki is a character that must be a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure she will be a lot of fun for us to watch. So this makes me even more excited for episode 13 as well. Episode 13 is the last episode from April, and the first episode from May is called Mayu's First Sleepover. We don't have the summary, so we don't know if the sleepover will be at Iroha's house, for example, which would be very nice, or if it's going to be in the house of someone else from school, for example. I believe it's going to be in Iroha's house, And this reminded me of Star Twinkle PreCure that had a sleepover episode with the girls in pajamas. It was amazing. It was episode 26 from Star Twinkle PreCure. I love this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. So seeing this again, in PreCure, it's going to be a lot of fun as well. As I said, Kira Lillian is nowhere to be found yet. She is definitely not arriving in episode 14, which is the first episode from May. Yes, episode 14. She's not going to be in this episode for sure because, Kira Lillian's debut is definitely happening when she appears in the episode title as Kira Lillian's name appear in the episode title. Another thing that we can analyze here is that episode 14 is going to air in the first weekend of May. In the second weekend of May, we're going to have the release of a new item that is called Amity Ribbon Tambourine. So this item, we don't know what it is. We know it is the ending item. We know that this is going to be used in the second ending, in the dance. But we don't know if this is going to be a weapon, if this is going to be a transformation device, or if it's going to be both, or if it's going to be none. But in the description of this item, it is said that it's also a purification item. So I believe it's also a weapon. But it might be the weapon and the transformation device for NYAMMY and Lillian, for example. So I believe that if that's the case and it gets released May 10th, which is close to the second episode from May, I believe we might have Kira Lillian arriving in the second week of May, in the second episode of May. We don't know. This is just a theory, but I feel like it might be possible because Kira Lillian will be joining together with the transformation item. I believe that we're not going to see NYAMMY's transformation in episode 12. We might see it in episode 13, but I feel like there's going to be a mystery there. Because notice something. We have two Kira NYAMMY episodes in April. One of them, episode 12, is called I'm Kira NYAMMY. And episode 13, Search for Kira NYAMMY. Both of them mention NYAMMY, Kira NYAMMY's name only. They do not mention Yuki, who is the cat, and also not like Nekoyashiki Yuki, like a new girl at school or a new girl appears, the human form of Yuki is not mentioned. The human civilian form of Yuki is not mentioned here. So I feel like Yuki might keep Kira NYAMMY a secret, or her identity as Kira NYAMMY a secret for a little while. And when Mayu discovers, she might want to become a PreCure with her or something like that. This is just my theory, as I said, but I'm just basing this theory on the episode titles. This makes me way more excited than before for these episodes because I feel like there is a lot that can happen. And there are so many interesting things and interesting facts that I feel like are going to enhance the wonderful PreCure experience. I'm excited. What about you guys? Are you guys excited for these episodes? Do you guys think that Yuki will keep her identity as Yuki, as Kira NYAMMY, a secret for a little while? Or do you think the girls are going to discover in episode 13 or in episode 12 that Yuki is Kira NYAMMY? What do you guys think? Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member here on YouTube, if you're a member on Patreon, if you support me on Throne, thank you very, very much for your support. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.